This episode is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 seller of games and gaming accessories. And GatheringMagic.com, the #1 resource for Magic the Gathering news and articles.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Drafting with Big Nass. This is probably going to be the last Innistrad Dark Ascension draft, just because by the time you guys see this, the Abyss Imperialist will have come and gone. So I'm sure nobody wants to keep looking at older formats. So we're just gonna start drafting the new set when it comes out online, and I'll figure out something to do in the meantime. Probably maybe post some constructed videos. Who knows? All right. So in this pack, as much as Zombie Apocalypse is a really cool card, I'm definitely not first picking it. At the risk of sounding like a broken record here, I'm probably going to take Stormkirk Captain just because I love Black-Red Vampires so much. But, I mean, really, like, what else am I going to take in this pack? Like a Burden of Guilt? Like, Burden of Guilt is pretty good, too, and you can definitely make a case for taking it. But I think Stormkirk Captain is just a much more powerful card, and I have no problems committing to Black-Red this early, so... I'm going to go ahead and take it, and hopefully the draft works out. Okay, so what do we got here? Alright, so not much for Black-Red Vampires per se, but there are some good cards in this pack that I like a lot. Like Wild Hunger is quite good in Red-Green Werewolves. It's not a card I typically like to splash or anything like that. Highborn Ghoul is pretty good. I definitely like it more than Hinterland Hermit. Thraben Heretic is also really good, but like the only good card we really passed so far is a white card, so I kind of want to shy away from white. I mean, not to the point where we're passing more Burdens of Guilt over nothing, but at this point, like I have an opportunity to stay on color, so I'm going to take it. So I'm probably just going to take this Highborn Ghoul and just make a quick note of what else is in the pack. If we wheel something like a Nebulous of the Mist, which I really don't think is going to happen, but if it does, then we'll know that white is open. So we'll take a Highborn Ghoul. Okay, so yeah. Is it too late to switch? So both Burden of Guilt and Loyal Cathar are pretty good white cards. Vengeful Vampire is a little on the slow side, so like I don't really want to. I don't really want to take it over like actual good cards. Rack with Madness is okay, but we're not really seeing any like the black cards we want, like Tragic Slip or Brain Spoil or stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna switch into white here and take the Burden of Guilt, but we'll see how the rest of the packs go. Like here, I'm just like Burden of Guilt is just so much better than these other cards that like I don't really want to take like a mediocre card over it. Like we're not really losing much by taking it. Okay, that's a pretty late Drogskull Captain for the for the full switch. And there's really not much in this pack that's worth taking over it. Like sure, I could take a Reap the Seagraph or I could take a Midnight Guard. Midnight Guard is it's a decent man, but I don't think I want to we're not seeing any decent like black or red cards here is what I'm trying to say. So maybe we should take that as a signal and start going into different colors and maybe abandon our first couple of picks, which sucks. I mean, like I said, I do like black red a lot, but like you can't really force it when it's not there. So I'll go pick up the Drogskull Captain again. It's a late pick, and blue white is it's a fairly good color combination as well. Okay, so we have still no like decent black card. Like I mean, Falconwrath Torturer is decent, but I don't think it's worth taking in this pack. We could take Gather the Townsfolk or Wolf Hunter's Quiver. I like Quiver a lot actually, and there's nothing in our deck so far that really wants us to have a lot of humans. Like Drogskull Captain is more like we definitely want more spirits than humans. And Wolf Hunter's Quiver is just I just like it a lot. Like it does a really good job of taking advantage of stalled boards. So and like if we have to switch colors again, then we have a card that we can play no matter what. So we're probably not going to get very many white cards pack 2, but yeah. Alpha Brawl. I don't even know what this card does. Alright, so 8 mana, might as well be infinite. Alright, so here, not much worth taking. I'm probably just going to pick up a Thought Scour. Um, could also take a Harrowing Journey. Like, we might be like black-white splashing the Drogskull Captain. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what to make of this pack so far. Like, um, yeah, this is not totally sure. But I think I'm gonna take the Thought Scour just to keep the Drogskull Captain hope alive. And here I'm definitely gonna slam down Gather to Townsfolk. It's much better than the rest of these cards. Tracker's Instincts is pretty sweet if you can play it, but in my experience, blue-green decks rarely work out. I mean, they definitely work out for other people because I've lost to them, but whenever I try to draft that deck, it just goes miserably. So I'm going to take the Gather of the Townsfolk. Soul Caesar is not that great. Like, it's playable, I guess, but I'm not taking like real cards over it. Okay. So this is mostly junk. Probably going to take another Thought Scour. It's that or like Bar the Door, which is rarely playable. Mystic Retrieval can be good, but this is not really a deck for it. Um, yeah, there's really nothing worth taking in this pack, so I'll just go ahead and take the Thought Scour. Jeez, that's a late Kessig Recluse. Kind of wish I was green, but I really want the Midnight Guard just because that combos so well with the Wolf Hunter's Quiver. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. Wow, Thraben Heretic Wield. So white looks reasonably open here. Like Thraben Heretic is actually one of the better white 2-drops, and it might as well just read tap target creature loses Undying, because that's the most common use for it. So pretty happy to take it, and looking like it's going to be blue white, possibly black white, depending on how like packs 2 and 3 go. Yeah, I guess we can take Divination. And, yeah, sure, Reap the Seagraph. I don't think we'll end up playing it. I think I like Heavy Maddock a little bit more than Skillful Lunge just because we have stuff like Gather the Townsfolk. I don't think we'll end up playing either card, but it's worth gambling on it, I guess. So I'm going to hide some of these cards I don't think I'm going to end up playing. So this looks okay so far. Geez, and we open Crone Outlaw and Deadweight and Elder of Laurels. Jeez, so many cards in this pack that I want to take. I could just completely abandon blue and just grab that Elder of Laurels. That's actually not that bad an idea. Like I haven't taken any green cards, and I've had opportunity to take green cards, but this Elder Laurels is just so much more powerful than Moon Heron, and really the only reason we're in blue here is Drogskull Captain, and we don't even have any spirits. Like, we could pick up a Moon Heron, but yeah, that doesn't seem that good. So, and like green-white is fairly good in packs 2 and 3, obviously. So I'm going to take the Elder of Laurels. Might not end up playing it depending on how the rest of the pack ends up going, but we're only losing like a Moon Heron, so that's not that big a deal. Jeez. Sever the Bloodline is a good one. So is Brimstone Volley. Oh, man. Why am I not in black-red? Oh, jeez. Well, Sever the Bloodline is one of the few cards I will splash for. Jeez. Alright, I gotta make a decision here, so... You know, as much as I really want to take that Sever the Bloodline, I think I really need to start picking up creatures here. So as much as it pains me to do this, the pick might just be Spectral Rider. Oh, this is ugly though. Like had we been in black red, like this pack would have been crazy. But like there's no way we could have been black red pack one. There's just jeez, and a vampire interloper and a Geist Flame. I guess I'm gonna take an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Yeah, I'm not too pleased with how this draft is going. But there was just nothing for us to take in pack one, and like here just like the black cards just keep coming. Oh, all right. I guess I can take a Selfless Cathar. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take another quick review of what cards I have. Yeah, there's just I have no good black cards. I have Highborn Gold and that's it, and that's not Cardi Splash. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Selfless Cathar over a Victim of Night. Okay, so do we take Gastaff Shepherd or Voiceless Spirit? Yeah, I think Gastaff Shepherd's a little bit better. Voiceless Spirit is I mean obviously better on the defense, but Gastaff Shepherd is pretty tough for most people to deal with, so I'm gonna take that one. Okay, so we have some options here. Again, I don't think I'm gonna end up being in blue. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up being in green white here, just because like we're seeing more quality green cards than we are seeing blue cards. And Abyssinian Priest, like regardless if we're blue white or green white, I think I would still rather have an Abyssinian Priest. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one. So we'll still hope that we'll end up having a decent deck here. I mean, Avacyn's Pilgrim into Elder of Laurels is generally pretty good opening. Moan! Man. Our black red deck would have been crazy. But pretty sure I have to take a Doom Traveler here and be happy about it. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Spider Grasp is fine. And it's looking like from judging from what cards are wheeling, like green white is looking like the color combination to be in. I mean, I say that despite passing all the good black and red cards that I wanted, but like I think packs one and three would be horrible for black red. I mean, obviously we'll see how that plays out, but I'm just doing the best I can under some very awkward circumstances. Oh wow, there's cards that cost 5 mana in this format? No, there aren't. Well, I can think of one card that costs 5 mana that I would love to open here. It rhymes with Mice Monarch Monk. That is not a Geist Hunter Monk. Nor are there really any decent cards in this pack for us. Yeah, it's looking like Villagers of Estwald is the pick. Another Victim of Night that we could have had, but yeah. I'll just pretend I don't see that. Yep. Let's take that Villagers and see what else we get here. Okay, so we take Elder Cathar or Chapelgeist or Festerhide Boar. There's also Grasp of Phantoms, but yeah, we've made our choice here. We're not going to be playing blue. I think Chapelgeist is quite a bit better than Elder Cathar, so I don't think that pick that is even that close. I mean, it could be close in like if you had a bunch of sacrifice effects, but for the way our deck is, I would much rather have the Chapelgeist. All right, well, some justice. We get a Slayer of the Wicked, which is our most expensive card that we'll probably end up playing. Yeah, definitely better than Blazing Torch. I probably even take Silver Chase Fox over Blazing Torch at this point. Um, but yeah, I am pleased to get some decent late picks here. Maybe Bonds of Faith or two, and I won't be so glum anymore. Actually, most of the reason I might sound a little grouchy is because like I still have two more finals to write, and this is taking away some valuable study time. Uh, you know, if you've ever been in school, you know that finals is a really stressful time of year. Um, yeah, I mean this not really a decision here. We're just gonna take Silver Chase Fox. Uh, Yeah, I still think I like Dark Thicket Wolf more than Blazing Torch. Blazing Torch is fine, like it's decent removal, but you really need like a lot of creatures in this kind of deck. So, Silver Inlaid Dagger is another card I could consider, but I don't have anything in my deck that really makes it insane. Like, it works really well with Gather of the Townsfolk, but like if I had like Invisible Stalkers, then yeah, that card would just slam it down. But at this point, I would much rather just have more quality two drops. All right, so I guess we'll pick up a bell ringer. And as much as I dislike the card, it might end up making the cut since we still don't have enough playables. So the card I'm referring to is, of course, Abbey Griffin. Definitely like it more than Hollow Hinge Scavenger, and it definitely looks like we're more white than green. So I would rather not have like a double green card in my deck, and I would also rather not have like a 5 mana do nothing. So yeah, Abbey Griffin is seems like the pick here. Hopefully, I don't have to play it. All right. Well, I'm certainly not playing Kindercatch. I might play on Burial Rites. I doubt it, but there's nothing else in the pack worth taking, so I'll just grab it for now. All right. I guess I can pick up a Ghost Quarter just in case we run into like a Vault of the Archangels or something like that. So Festerhide Boar or Elder Cathar. Again, I'd rather just take cheap creatures. And we do have a fair amount of humans in our deck, so Elder Cathar is going to be a decent one. And that gives us 23 cards, just in time. Sure, I guess I'll take a Pitchfork and hide it. Well, normally I'm not too excited about playing a mono creature deck. Like we have 20 of our cards are creatures or make creatures out of our 23, but you do want the maximum number of creatures with Elder of Laurels, and we have stuff like Spidery Grasp and other stuff like that. So, uh, yeah, this deck isn't that great. I mean, we don't have like travel preparations or stuff like that, so we're really just hoping to just get like a crazy draw and just run them over. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm playing here, and I will see you guys in a second. All right, welcome back. So this is what we're gonna be submitting. I did find a card to cut for. I did find a reason to cut the Abbey Griffin, and probably gonna end up playing this Heavy Madhawk, just because almost all of our creatures are humans. So we're gonna get max value off of it more often than not, and I really hate Abbey Griffin. But we got some decent cards. We have like a Burning Gale, Wolf Hunter's Gopher. That's gonna help a little bit. And we also have an Abyssinian Priest, so we're not like completely without removal, But yeah, this deck does not seem that great. I really would have liked to seen some travel preparations, but I didn't even have the opportunity to take any. But hopefully we run into some decks that have some difficulties with hyper aggressive draws. So and that's what our deck is. In fact, I might actually go down to 16 lands. Let me just think about that for a sec. You know what? No, I'm gonna stay at 17 just because like we do have useful sinks for our mana. Like we have Wolfhunter's Quiver, we have Dark Thicket Wolf, we have Elder Laurels. So we do have cards that let us do something if we draw like too many lands. So I'm gonna go ahead and submit this, and we'll see you guys in round one. Peace.